So let's say you're out there coaching your team and you've got a player that is really good and is not living up to his potential. You notice there's something off the field or off the court or off the playing arena is what's affecting his ability to perform. Now, let's say it's school related. They might be getting bullied or something's going on at home. What is your role at this point? Hi, I'm Coach Johnny. In this video, I'll discuss a scenario that I ran into with a player where there was an issue going on at home that was preventing him from being able to perform out on the field. This is not an uncommon thing, but there's a line. Knowing your place can either benefit everyone or hurt everyone. This is Johnny's Kids, channel designed to remind everyone game belongs to them. Several years ago, I had a player who was just, I don't know how else to word it. He was just naturally athletic. He was a very, very good football player. And as I gathered, he was also a very good baseball player, very good basketball player. He played multiple sports throughout the year, but he had a little bit of a hot streak in him. He had moments where he would let his emotions get the better of him, and he would put himself in a position where either he or someone else was going to get hurt. His father was one of my assistant coaches. He was very good, a very good guy. I really liked him a lot. He was great with the kids, and he himself was willing to learn. And so, of course, he was there every practice. And sometimes he would bring his little girl, his daughter, who was my player's sibling. Sometimes she would come, and it wasn't relevant to what I was doing, except at the point when I started to pay attention. Mom would show up. Sometimes she would pick up the little girl. Sometimes the little girl was there the whole practice. It didn't matter. One day, mom shows up. My assistant coach was not going to be there. He had other things going on at work. Then the day after that, he was back, and this time he had his daughter with him, and then mom showed up. And that's when I realized the games where we had played, the practices that we had had up to that point, they were never there at the same time. Now, I can see why when you have small children. But I myself at that point had been divorced once. I've also came from a home where my parents had been divorced. I didn't want to make any assumptions. But then a couple of days later, coach called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be running late. I'm going to drop off my son so he doesn't miss the warm-ups. I got to go pick up my daughter, and then I'll be there about 15 to 20 minutes." It's important to point out that the only reason why I even approached this child, aside from the fact that I cared for him, is I didn't want him to get hurt. He had come close to getting hurt, like seriously hurt a couple of times. It was really getting to a point where I was getting concerned. So I approached him and I said, "Listen, I'll tell you a story about me. Because when you play, you remind me a lot of me. The way you're playing right now, you're going to end up getting hurt." I started telling him the story about when my parents got divorced, broken home like that, an absentee father, and that I got angry. And I didn't know why. I was just angry. And I played recklessly. I was taking out my anger and my frustrations out on everyone else. That wasn't a safe thing to do. And no sooner did I get into that, about 30 seconds into it, he had his head down and tears were coming. He started to tell me that he feels angry all the time. Parents are going through divorce. He felt like it was his fault. He felt like if he tried really hard or if he behaved better, then maybe they get back together. And at this point, this is a slippery slope now. This is that place where I'm like, I don't know that I want to continue this conversation, but I can't abandon him now. I didn't feel guilty so much as concerned about what my next step was going to be. How do I approach this issue now? The thing I said to him, I said, "Listen, coming from home with divorced parents, having been divorced myself, I don't know a lot of what's going on with other people because I usually don't pay attention. If people don't know what's going on in my house because I don't tell them, that's my business. So your dad and your mom's business, that's their business. But it's one thing that I can probably tell you with almost absolute certainty. You're not the reason they're getting divorced. Why are they getting divorced? There's probably 100 different reasons. And that's not my place to guess, to speculate, I can't even go ask him. It'd be incredibly out of line. But you're not in. That I know for a fact. Now, it feels to me like you got some stuff on your mind you might want to talk to your dad about. Maybe you guys sit down over a milkshake or something. Just kind of, put it all out there. Talk to your father. No one's going to have better information than your parents. And I guarantee you they're going to confirm that it's not your fault. And he's like, I can't say anything because then I'll get in trouble. All right, listen, I'm gonna do you a solid. This conversation between me and you stays right here between me and you. You go out there, get warmed up with your teammates, you practice, and just leave it at that. All right. I'll talk to your dad as best I can. So dad shows up 15 minutes later. I said, Coach, let me holler at you for a minute. We stepped off to the side. I said, listen, I'm never going to be someone to tell anyone how to live their lives, how to run their homes. It's not me. It's not what I do. I wouldn't take it. So I'm not going to do that to you, but I am going to tell you this from man to man. I came from a broken home too, and I know what it's like to play angry. And I know that you've seen your boy out there do some pretty reckless stuff. He's got stuff on his mind right now. And I think the only way he's going to stop that is that you find a way to bridge that communication gap and let him put it out there. And let him tell you what's wrong. Get him away from everyone. Sit down, have a conversation. And so dad was like, why hasn't he done that already? He's like, because he's afraid he's going to get in trouble. He don't care if he gets in trouble from coach because he knows coach will go sleep it off. The next day he's going to be fine. Cheers, dad. That's a whole different dynamic. When you're here, you're coach. He calls you coach. I'm not sure he calls you coach at home. At home, your dad. You need to talk to him. Let him talk to you. I'm telling you this because this is something that I wish my father would have done. He didn't do it. And there's a price to pay for not doing it. Now is not the time or place. We're about to start practice. You want to talk, you know, off the playing field. We'll go somewhere, you know, throw down some cold ones and have a conversation if that's what you want. But he's my player and I'm concerned about his safety. I'm concerned about his health. He's going down a dangerous path. You can make all the difference in the world by just having that conversation. So we went to practice. Everything was great. Everybody went home. We had another practice after that. Nothing seemed to have changed much. Everybody went home. That Saturday he came in. He's a completely different kid, completely different. Smiling. He was super energetic, probably even more so than usual. And that's when yeah, he had that talk. Well, here's the thing that I still think about. And this happened 15, 20 years ago. I still think about this. And I would love your feedback. I would love your thoughts on this. Okay. But did I do the right thing? Did I approach that correctly? Because listen, as I've told many people, I'm not a child psychologist. I'm not a marriage therapist. I'm not a lot of things. I'm just a guy. I'm a parent. I'm a sports coach. I might not have the solutions or the diagnosis for whatever's going on in my players, but I know when something is not right. I know when my kids are going down a bad path. I know when someone's about to get hurt. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I just sat there and hope for the best. Did I handle that correctly? What could I have done differently? It ended well, and I got lucky. I'll admit to it. I got lucky. It could have gone very badly. I could have made matters worse. I would love to hear your thoughts. Any scenarios, any stories you could share. Where do you draw the line? Was I wrong to be looking to try to help my player out? Should I have brought different people into that argument, to that discussion, to that idea? Love to hear your thoughts. If you made it this far, first, thank you. Also, subscribe, comment, like, share, do all that stuff that you already know. You hear in every video. Okay. It helps the channel in ways I can't even begin to explain. In the meantime, just enjoy the video and give me a comment, send me an email. Let's have that conversation to help the next generation of youth athletes. At the end of the day, we all have to remember it's just a game and the game belongs to them. Have a blessed day.